safely go through these clouds.
What is a weather radar?
It is a kind of radar used to tell the pilots the strength of convective weather. Modern weather radars use Doppler radars, which can measure precipitation intensity as well as the motion of raindrops.
Yes, it is the antenna usually found in the aircraft's nose. The pilots can examine the signals that are processed by the computer from the antenna on the screen. This is a reliable sign of powerful updrafts within cumulonimbus clouds and the turbulence that goes along with them.
I think I've heard of it. It is one that was developed during World War II. At first, it was developed for military applications, though radar technology quickly got adapted into non-military use or civilian endeavors, particularly in the field of aviation.
Indeed, the relevance of the weather radar was easily recognized, especially it helps us pilot to maneuver and navigate the skies safely.
Yes, Captain. Turbulence, hail, and wind shear at low altitude are three frequent risks to aviation. These three are all consequences of thunderstorms. A common tool for informing the flight crew of the existence and position of the thunderstorms is the weather radar. Technically speaking, an aerial weather radar is known as the weather avoidance radar. The pilot will receive the necessary weather information from the radar system to avoid dangerous weather.
Exactly. We pilots receive the necessary weather information from the radar system to avoid dangerous clouds formed by the bad weather that could affect the safety of our flight.
So how does the weather radar works?
First is the radio waves. The radar system emits radio waves, and when these waves encounter precipitation or other atmospheric particles, they are reflected back to the radar antenna. Then, the radar antenna system analyzes the echoes returned by the reflected waves to determine the location, the intensity, and the movement of the precipitation. This is called the echo analysis, the second principle.
Of course, we need components in order to weather radar to function. We need an antenna which is responsible for emitting and receiving radar signals.
What type of antenna could be used in the weather radar? Dish antennas or phase array antennas?
Actually, both of them could be used. Since parabolic antenna, like dish antennas, provide high gain, making them excellent for long-distance operations, which is perfect for the system of weather radar.
Yes, we also need a display unit like this for the visualization of the weather information we gain. It acts as a connection between the pilot and the radar system. The display unit is an essential part of airborne weather radar systems for real-time weather information to be presented in an understandable and useful fashion. Its functionality and design are essential.
But we also need a transmitter for generating radar signals and the receiver for processing the returning echoes that will be used for the echo analysis, right?
It uses colors to indicate the weather reports. Colors like light green, which represents light rain, while red indicates heavy precipitation.
I've heard about the Doppler effect, but I'm not sure what it's all about. Can you explain it to me?
The Doppler effect is basically the one that enhances the ability to detect severe weather phenomena or turbulence. Doppler radar uses its ability to measure the velocity of particles in the radar beam to make the Doppler effect happen.
How about the operation modes of the weather radar? Are you guys familiar with it?
I just know that it is used for weather mapping, which is main mode for identifying and mapping weather and patterns.
Yes, but it also has a ground mapping mode. that is occasionally used for terrain avoidance. This mode detects the presence of obstacles on the ground, and there is a mode specialized in helping to identify turbulent areas, providing crucial information for smoother flight planning, and it is called turbulence detection mode.
To add on that, pilots can adjust the range and scale of the display weather data to focus on specific areas around the aircraft. This flexibility is important or crucial for tailoring the radar display to the pilot's needs, especially in situations where weather conditions vary in different instances.
It also has the ability to control the tilt of the radar beam is essential for observing weather conditions at different altitudes. Pilot can adjust the tilt angle to scan the atmosphere above and below the aircraft, providing a more comprehensive view of the surrounding weather.
That is called the tilt control, making the airborne weather more flexible and reliable. It is important since the aircraft should be cleared by a minimum of 5,000 feet vertically and 20 nm laterally to minimize the risk of encountering severe turbulence. Just like that, we were able to maneuver safely. Let's continue our flight to our destination.